I'm from Abia State, but they married me at Enugu State.
Marry you at Enugu State? And you're working in Anambra State?
I'm working on Anambra State. Daddy! Daniel. I'm working at Anambra State. I'm selling market here in Anambra State.
So you're from Abia, they married you in Enugu and you're working in Anambra?
Potato. So I'm selling market here. In the normal day, I used to wake up 4 o'clock and peel beans. So after peeling beans, we go and grind it for on engine. After that, we take it to here and start our business. There's no any business that fear me to do, because I'm a businesswoman. As long as I'm making money on it.
I know you're advanced in it, but do men also try to maybe ask you out, say, leave this kind of dirty business, make I take care of you? Has it happened before?
It's not possible to me because I can't even lead my children. I try, so that's why I work hard to make sure that I make my own thing. I don't depend on someone to give me. Once we are collecting money from someone, once you know that one day that person will expect something from your hand and wish you can do it. If you cannot do it, means that you are looking him in trouble. He may do you anything, and anything he do you, that one concerns you. All I have in mind, I'm doing this business to solve my problem and make sure that all my children, they are somebody.
One of the traders at the Onitsha Head Bridge is Mrs. Annie Ngozi, a 39-year-old native of Abia State who works in Onitsha, Anambra State. Alongside her 76-year-old mother and her children, most of whom had gone to schools at the time Legit TV visited her for this interview, Mrs. Ngozi sells roasted plantain, potatoes and akara just before the Naija Bridge. She explained that she wakes up at about 4 a.m. every day and goes back home at about 9 p.m. because she has to hustle to support her husband in taking care of the family. Welcome to another episode of the Naija Woman series on Legit TV. My name is Damilaro Konla.
Madam Anna?
Fine.
How work?
We are doing normal.
Where are you from?
I'm from Abia State, but they married me at Enugu State.
Marry you at Enugu State? And you're working in Anambra State?
I'm working on Anambra State. Daddy! Daniel. I'm working at Anambra State. I'm selling market here in Anambra State.
So you're from Abia, they married you in Enugu and you're working in Anambra?
Potato. So I'm selling market here.
How long have you been selling this market?
It's at least 6 years.
6 years. Why did you start?
I started when we was in this park. So before they sent us away and we stay here. Managed it. We started last year here.
So in 6 years now, how has the business been? How the business will be?
We are doing normal, but things too hard now. Because things put so much money. So it's making us hard to make it. Because of too much of costly things.
You have plenty customers, it seems.
Yes, I'm making so many customers. That is why all my children that send them to them to buy it from them. So I'm the one that's staying here and selling markets.
You also saw a woman here. Is she your mother?
She's my mother.
Why is she working with you here too?
I don't want her to stay alone. I want her to be busy so that she's not an indoor woman. She's a working woman like me. That is why she used to join me in this area and work with the business.
How old is she?
She was 73 years now.
She's about
76 years now.
76 years now. Wow. And what time do you wake up to come to shop? What time do you wake up? What time do you wake up in the morning? If you want to start your work on a normal day?
In the normal day, I used to wake up 4 o'clock and peel beans. So after peeling beans, we go and grind it on engine. After that, we take it to here and start our business.
So you wake up 4 o'clock every day?
every day.
What time do you close?
We close sometimes 8 o'clock, sometimes to 9.
When do you get home?
Before 9 to 9 or after 8, we don't reach home.
How is your husband? What does he do?
He's driving keke.
So both of you leave the house very early every day?
When immediately I go, he's the one that dropped me here. So when he dropped me here, he now go him home.
Oh, he uses keke to bring you here very early in the morning and then go on his own. On the average, how much do you make here on a daily basis? Like market day, market no day. How much you make here in a day?
Like this our market, you can't even talk daily business or daily income that will comes. But all I know that I'm solving problem for my family.
What kind of problems have you used this business to solve in your family?
Yes, I'm using it and solving. I help my husband to solve problem and family problem. If you don't have, I may provide. So because one person cannot provide in a family. 150. So in a life, when two couple are in a home. So if no comes from this side, they come the other side. So it's how life be.
How about your children? One of them is here today. Is he not going to school or don't they go to school?
They are going to school. The only but they send them away because of little money I will not pay in school. So before tomorrow, we go with that money.
So you are going to make that money from sales between today and tomorrow?
He will go to school tomorrow.
He's going to school tomorrow? Now you are making the money today before 2024?
Yes.
Can I ask you how much you pay for school fees for these children? How is it?
Well, my first daughter, he was in GS3. I'm paying the school fees of 19,900 for her. So when my second daughter also is same price because they're still in the same school. He was GS1 and she's a new student in that school. So while this one is primary 4, basic 4. So him own is 6,007. He used to pay because it's a private. They're not attending a government school. I used to train them in my private. So it's life.
So you're hoping that your children will go to university and you train them through university education with this business?
If it is God's wish.
But I'm talking about your own wish.
My own wish. Person may wish, later it might be like that, but it's my word grace. It will be like that.
So this business that you're doing, is it that you really like this business or there's something else you'd have loved to do that you cannot do?
Many businesses is still to do, but it's more to make it. So if I see another business that pass this one, I'll make it.
Which kind of business?
Not business I will not able to do. There's not any business that fear me to do. Yes, I'm a businesswoman.
6 years ago, before you started this business, what were you doing?
I'm doing fast food before. I'm doing fast food, but it don't reach 8 years now or 10 years now. So when I do it, I get many sales girls that help me and that's serving me. So because of credit people that made me to quit that business.
Because of
credit, when they hold me, I will not say to them. So they go and buy my sales girls. So when they hold me. So the business is now going down. I now quit the business. Now face this one. That is the reason why.
So are they owing you in this one?
So they're not owing me in this one. Unless I decided to sell for you, I will sell for you.
But they are not owing you in this business?
They're not owing me.
This job that you're doing, how easy is it for you? Is it something that is very easy or very difficult?
You know, in this life, there's no business is so easy to do. As long as you're making money on it, it's not easy. But to help yourself out and help your family, you can be able to manage to do it. So nothing comes easy.
Your husband, does he complain about this business? Maybe when you get home at night, start telling him my back is paining me, my leg is paining me.
He's complaining. Sometimes he may tell me that very soon I may leave this business because it's not giving me the time to take care of my children. So that is because the time I was supposed to stay with them, I will be here. So that is why I myself I'm trying to quit it and look for nothing to do.
If you had your way, what business would you love to do? If you had a bigger space and all, what would you love to do?
If I get a bigger place, I need to sell more food item like wheat, the measuring one and tin one, like the one that I used to buy in a bag, okpa, the grandon one, and measure it in a bag, like in a penta or in a tin this thing. So it's what this business I used to do.
What are the problems that you face in this business? What are the challenges that you face in this business?
The challenges I face in this business is not too much, but everything is too costly. So it's not easy to us to make it easily like that, because beans is so cost, oil is so cost, pepper is so cost, nylon is so cost. So all these things, gas is also the same thing. So before you make it in a day, you not make too much things. That is why I need to change it. It's not giving me enough profit to solve my problems.
Do men try to, I know you're advanced in it, but do men also try to maybe ask you out, say, leave this kind of dirty business, make I take care of you? Has it happened before?
Well, sure, it's good, but I can't even do it on my own because I stay in someone's background. So it means that I reform my husband. Before that, it may tell me, I may tell my husband, I don't have my own. I'm a married woman. If I'm a young youth, I may decide on my own. Why am I someone's own? So I have to tell him, I can't even decide on my own.
I'm saying, like, if a man is toasting you now that he wants to marry you or he wants to date you and give you better money to live you, has it happened to you before that a man came to ask you out or to toast you?
It's not possible to me because I can't even lead my children. I try it, so that's why I work hard to make sure that I make my own thing. I don't depend on someone to give me.
When you see women who ask for money, who beg for money outside and they could do stuff like this, what comes to your mind?
Once we are collecting money from someone, what you know that one day that person will expect something from your hand and wish you can do it. If you cannot do it, means that you are looking him in trouble. He may do you anything, and anything he do you, that one concerns you. Now you are the problem. You are the cause of it. So that is why the Bible said that you use your hand and make something so that you will help a person that is in trouble. So that is why I'm doing something to fulfill my promise and to solve my problem.
So this business, finally, what exactly do you want to achieve with this business? Like this business, I want to take and do this thing, I want to take and do that thing. What are the things that you have in mind?
All I have in mind, I'm doing this business to solve my problem and make sure that all my children, they are somebody. If not because of me, it's because of my children. To make sure that I get a better tomorrow. Because all I have in this world is these children. I don't have anything else. If they get better standing and better future tomorrow, they will solve my problem. Because all myself, I can't even solve my problem all alone. Without these children, I'm nothing. So they are my futures of tomorrow.